walk us through Walter Curtis Miller. What did he do that sent him to jail? And then how did you get out?
Right. Thank you for asking the question. I really want to know. Listen, yeah.
We went into a credit union down in North Carolina to rob the place. And we were from DC. We came down to rob the place, and we got busted in another city after we did what we did. And then I went to court, and I got sentenced to 25 to 30 years.
Did anybody get killed or injured during this robbery of this credit union?
No.
So 25 to 30 years you were sentenced to for a robbery, an armed robbery. I'm imagining you were probably armed, right?
Yes, armed robbery.
Okay. So when they say 20, 30 years, they shackle you, put you in jail. What are you thinking at that point?
Well, I'm thinking, boy, it's going to be rough. This is tough. I'm just waiting to see what happens, how it plays out. I can't do nothing, but just move after move after move as you go through the system. At that time, we also gave notice that we were going to appeal our conviction. So we wasn't put in the system in Raleigh right away. We were kept on the other side of the prison because there was other people over there on appeals also.
So walk us through the morning that you had an opportunity, and is this like Assata Shakur where you can't tell? But I think this is chronicled in the book, right? The redemption of Bobby Love. How did you get out?
Okay, this is 6 years later when I was an honor grade. So honor grade, you're sent to a minimum type of prison. You're not in the central prison where there's maximum security. So in my case, I was switched from job to job for not my problems, but I got some write-ups. So anytime I got a write-up after all this time, they switched me to one job after another. And after they put me on the road, that's when I started to look around and said, I'm gonna get out of here. So I would run a test, whereas they issued me a prison jacket, and I put that jacket in a bag, and I walked through the gate that morning when they called me, and got on the bus, and nobody stopped me with this bag. So that let me know that it could happen if I put my regular clothes that I had in this bag also. And I looked at the way the bus, traveled. And I was going to when that bus turned, I was going to jump off the back of that bus. And that's what I did.
And you didn't have any money?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I've been saving my money. I had started to save the money because we get $5 a week for working on the road, $1 a day. Okay, so I had that little bit of money, and that's what I, saved up to my plans was to come to New York and, have enough money to get on the bus and come to New York.
How much had you said? So imagine 35 years ago. Today, you can't do that, right? Because you got a commissary. There's nobody getting cash in prison right now, right? You may earn money, but you aren't feeling and touching that money. So this is one of the corrections. I'm sure it's your fault, right? Bobby Love, that they changed the system. It's like, why are we giving these people money to be able to go? And then you had your own clothes too. They're not doing that anymore. So this was like kind of a perfect storm that allowed you to be able to walk off that bus into another life. How much money did you have and then did you know someone in New York?
Okay. No, I didn't know anyone in New York, but I had been to New York quite a few times. I've been up here shopping. Okay. So as I'm approaching, after doing all this running and walking, I passed a man on the street and I asked him, could he help me? And sure enough, he was an older guy, and he gave me $30. And he said, I hope you're not in any trouble. And I said, I didn't say anything. I didn't comment on that. And he gave me the $30, and I thanked him, and I went on. Now, when I get to the bus station, I see another guy and I asked him to go inside and buy me a bus ticket one way to New York. I gave him the $20 that I had just gotten from the guy. And he went in and bought me the ticket. And I think it was at that time, maybe $11 or $12, something like that. And he tried to give me the change. And I told him to keep it because I'm thinking to myself, this guy could have walked out the other side of the bus, bus station with that $20. But, he came back and gave it to me. So I was grateful for that. So I stayed outside and waited. He told me where the bus was going to come in at. And I waited behind these like pillars where they play chess and checkers and stuff like that. And every time a car would pass, I would kind of turn my back or stoop down or something, the street. So I'm not sure people was looking for me because it was still early in the day. I don't think it was 12 o'clock, So I would, wait, and then the bus came in, and I waited until the bus driver started loading people. And as he loaded the people that was going, north, I waited almost until the end. And then I ran over and I got on the bus.
So when this man finally makes it to New York, looking to build a new life, somehow, some way, he is lucky enough to meet you, Miss Cheryl. How did you all meet?
We worked at the same job. We worked at a hospital called Baptist Medical Center. I was a dietary aide, and Bobby was at that time a dishwasher. And when I had came into work a particular time, because I was out for a little while, then I came in and he was singing and loud. And I said, "Who is that? He's so loud." And they said, "Oh, that's Bobby. He's the dishwasher now, the pot washer." And I said, "Oh," and I really did think he was really cute. He used to wear his hat the way the other guys, they would wear, like, you ever seen like the ice cream, the good humor guy, he wears his hat, a little cap straight, like going the straight way. He would wear his the opposite way. And he'd be singing songs and they'd be all out of tune, but it would be songs like I like Earth, Wind and Fire, Marvin Gaye, things like that. And he'd just be singing and the songs would be out of tune and he'd be loud. But I was saying he was so loud, but I was still looking from, the side of my eye.
Wait, so you weren't trying to even be low key and under the radar, Bobby Love. You weren't trying to be inconspicuous at all. Wearing your hat differently, singing loud. What was your strategy?
At this time, I had said to myself, I wanted to be married by the time I was 30. But only places I was going to really meet girls was, discos. I used to go to places like Leviticus and Justine's and places like that, 2nd Avenue. But nothing had ever materialized. I was just in and out with girlfriends back then. This was in the 80s now. So I left Raleigh in 77. So now we're in the 80s and I'm feeling very comfortable that, nobody's looking for me, I'm thinking that if I make a mistake and get arrested for something, that would be the end of this, But other than that, I was very comfortable, doing what I was doing and stuff like that. When I'm washing pots and singing, I'm relaxed. I'm feeling good, and I'm thankful that I had this job. This job was the first job that paid me the kind of money that I was making also. So, I was good about it. I was feeling good.
And another thing, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, sure.
Bobby was friendly. He got along with people. He made people laugh. He made us laugh. We sitting at the table, everybody laughed. We all joked, and he was just a friendly guy, like.
What was it about Cheryl, Bobby, that caught your eye?
Well, she was cute. She was cute and she was young. And, when she first came to the job, I think somebody had already told me about her. So I was looking forward to seeing her. And actually the guy that said that he was her boyfriend, one of the guys that worked there, I found that wasn't the truth, So
trying to block you. He was trying to block.
Yeah.
we we would have a break in between lunch and a dinner, you know, and they would, you know, get all the trays and everything ready. You know, we would start dinner about 5 o'clock, you know, so that means I had to go back in the kitchen. But overall, you know, we would just sit and talk, you know, and I found out things about her, you know, and she found out a little bit about me, just the things that, you know, I told her things that I was Walter Miller, but it wasn't Walter Miller, it was Bobby Love, but the things that I told her was true about me.
Yeah.
That's how we
So-
started.
So you just changed your name. You
Yes.
just changed your name, not legally,
Right.
but were able to get married with a marriage license in a name that wasn't yours because I guess technology wasn't up to par.
Yes, we had a,
Before 9/11 and
well, we had a doctor there, and she was a very nice lady. So instead of having to go all over the place to try to get a doctor to sign on our, you know, have to do your blood tests and things like that, this doctor did it in the hospital for us for free. Okay, so that was one step, and we got our license and everything was done, was set, you know.